Are you moving your wrist correctly when you do your forehand shot? The movement of your wrist is important, especially when you try to add topspin on your shot. So in this video, I'm going to explain the correct movement of your wrist when you do your forehand shots, some common errors, and a couple of exercises to improve your wrist movement. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to put a proper topspin on the ball and control your shot with a good amount of spin. So let's get started. So let's start from your ready position. You want to be holding your racket with two hands and release as you take your racket back. And just notice how relaxed and bent my right wrist is. It's not completely straight. It's more of this way. And you would see this letter L shape on my wrist. And that's how I want you guys to move your set your racket and move your wrist. So racket back, it's not completely straight. I want to see a bit of a bend on your right wrist. So that bit of a bend will help you to add more spin on your ball than you having this really straight wrist when you take your racket back. Now we're going to move on to the follow through part. So set your racket, get in that surface position with that wrist bend. You want to be moving your racket forward, make a contact with the ball, and after you make a contact, you want to be moving your wrist this way, and the back of your hand should be pointing to your face. So imagine you have a watch on your right wrist. If you're left-handed, a watch on your left hand. After you make a contact with the ball, you do the follow through as you check the time and complete your follow through. So what does this wrist movement do to the movement of the racket? Well, if you move your arm as if you're checking the time, you see my racket head moves up with this wrist movement, and this movement will brush that ball up when you make a contact, and therefore it creates the topspin. So it's really important to have that wrist movement as you push your racket forward, then you complete your follow through. So here are some of the common errors. The first common error is not moving your wrist as if you're checking the time. And instead, the back of your hand points to your opponent after making a follow through. So your shot will look something like this. Now it feels really awkward on your wrist, and sometimes it might hurt as you hit the ball. And with this swing, because the head of the racket is not moving this way vertically, it's just you end up hitting the ball very flat. The second common error is you having this wrist movement a bit too early. So imagine you're taking your racket back nice and early, then as soon as you make a contact, you're moving your wrist this way. You're trying to check the time. That will be too much of the spin on your ball. It may go over the net, but it lacks in power because you don't have that forward momentum with the racket. So the best way is to have a good balance between the forward momentum and the spin is to have that good take back with a bit of a wrist bend. As you make a contact, you want to be pushing forward first, and then you want to start moving your wrist this way and complete your follow through. Your elbow should be right in front of your mouth. Okay, let's practice without the racket. So imagine you're holding your racket in your dominant hand and you're in that surfer's position, okay? Your wrist is slightly bent, and as you make a follow through, check the time. Check the time. Really focus on this checking the time part, and the back of your hand should be pointing to your face as you make a follow through. Alright, next, hold your racket. Start from that contact part. What I'll get you guys to do is to check the time from this position and focus on your racket head. It should be moving from bottom to the top. Check the time. Check the time. This movement is what you need to add topspin on the ball. Alright, let's add 2 movements together. So from your ready position, surfer's position, your wrist is bent a little bit. As you make a contact, you swing your racket forward, then check the time and complete your follow through. There. Okay. Do a couple of times. Make sure that the racket head is moving low to high as you complete your follow through. Alright guys, so today's lesson was the movement of your wrist. When you do your forehand, you need that checking the time movement to add topspin on the ball. The common error is not moving your wrist. The back of your hand is pointing to your opponent straight when you complete your follow through, or when you're having that early wrist movement, you make a contact. Thanks very much for watching till the end, guys. If you have any questions, please leave it on the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more videos like this.